Hello everybody and welcome to the Laughingstock channel. I just finished a whole series of one diamond dot painting that took a ton of videos, but today I'm going to try this Dollar Tree diamond painting sheet. It's Crafter Square from the Dollar Tree. It was probably, it might have been $1 or $1.25, I can't remember. But it's just this pretty design of a butterfly and some flowers. So we're going to open it up, take a look at it, and I'm kind of going to do my own little rating on it, I guess, and see what I think of it compared to the other one I did that was like Diamond Art Club, and it was, you know, obviously, I would assume, a lot better quality. So here's the back. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors of dots. It's got a little cheapy pen, a little cheapy tray, and a little cheapy thing of wax, although they call it silicone clay, and an instruction sheet. So, does that mean that the numbers are not on the painting itself? That's a good question. Let's see what's in here. All right, so we're just going to throw them out of camera range. Now, here's the instruction sheets. Okay, it says it is printed on your chart, and it's labels on the diamonds. Okay, so first of all, here's the pen and the tray and the wax or silicone gel or whatever they're calling it. Now, right away, I don't like this because it doesn't have a spout to pour it back in very well into your container. But I'm not saying no to it yet. I'm just saying so far I don't like that idea. Okay, this is the sheet. It's cardboard. It's not fabric, which to me is interesting. It's got an imprint of the tray. I don't know if you can see that on here, but there's an imprint of where the tray sat in the container, in the packaging. Interesting. Okay, so does it peel off all at once? What do we have here? Let's see. Does it peel off in sections? I feel like it's going to peel off all at once. So I don't know if I want to peel that quite yet. I have no idea what this is for. Is there anything about it in the instructions? It's a piece of plastic, like a pole strip of plastic. And it was just in there as well. All right, lay out the canvas sheet on a clean surface. The symbols are printed on the chart correspond with the labels on the diamonds. Choose a single color to start with and pour a small amount of diamonds in the tray. Gently shake the tray and the diamonds will settle with the right side facing up, which makes it very easy to pick them up, blah, blah, blah. Peel back a small section of the protector film. I think I have a knife close by, so I may be able to kind of cut sections off instead of just peeling it off and putting it back on. Keep most of the canvas covered while you're working on it. Peel back the protective sheet of wax square and dip the tip of the applicator, blah, blah, blah. Pick up a diamond and carefully press it into the corresponding symbol on the canvas sheet. Okay, add wax if the applicator doesn't pick up the diamonds. So it sounds similar to what you'd get on a nicer kit. I have my own little pen kit that I have bought in previously. And I can put 2 different things on it. I'm putting the one applicator on it now. And I have decided in the past that I like this little 3 one. You can put 3 pieces of time in on her. So this did not come with the kit from the Dollar Tree. But that's okay. All right, so where did the wax stuff go? I've lost the wax already. It couldn't have gone far. Well, how can you test out this kit if you don't have the wax? Well, this is really confusing me. I know I had it, so I'm throwing all the extra pieces out there. Where'd the wax? Oh, there it is. Okay. I knew it was here somewhere. I see that I'm glaring. I have a little lamp here. I'm going to try and move it a little bit, maybe. And still get some light in this area, but maybe not right on this. Well, I think only the plastic is going to glare. So once I peel back the plastic, let's see if it takes away the glare. Nope, it's still glaring. Isn't that crazy? Well, Glaring and static have been the bane of my existence for these things. Okay, so let's figure out what one we want to start with. And do these tear apart or do they cut apart? I think they tear open. So I think I always like to kind of start up at the top corner. It didn't go back down. I always like to kind of start at the top corner of my painting and work my way down. And I have a couple extra trays so I can do more than one color kind of in the same time frame a little bit. It makes it a little easier. So I see that we have E and M up in here, and then A, which is I think kind of the black on the outline of the butterfly. I think I might work on those. E, M, and A. We'll start with 3 colors. I think I have a pair of scissors here, and I can cut my colors apart. Hopefully I don't cut them open yet, because I want to find E, M, and A. Now, one thing I noticed too is there's no like labels. With the Diamond Art Kit, there was labels here, like I have some of those over here, that I could put on either little package of, you know, or on these little bottles that I also got from the Dollar Tree a while back. So I might label them with a piece of tape and a pen, I think. All right, so what did I say? E, M, and A. So there's E, M, and A, but I might as well cut the rest of them apart here while I got a second. But those are the 3 I'm going to concentrate on. And I'll just cut the rest of them apart and put them aside. Just throwing them in a pile out of the way. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the fan on my computer just turned on. It'll probably do that randomly because I have my computer running beside me. Okay, so I just threw those aside. Now I do have some tape that just happens to be sitting over here, so I'm going to use this, and I have some more of these little canisters, so I think I'm just going to label a bunch of them with a little piece of tape as I go here, and then I can just put an initial on them, because that's what's on these, so on the packaging. And I'll just label them as I go, but I might as well put all the tape on the pieces right here. So I think I'll pour them into the trays, and then when I'm done with that color for the space I'm working on, I'll put them in the containers and label them at that time. As long as I don't forget which ones are which. I think we'll be all right. All right. All right, well, I've got 4 or 5 labeled here. That's enough to start. I don't have to do them all at once. I've got a few labeled. Got a pen close by, so when I'm ready to do that, I probably don't need the scissors anymore. Okay, so we're just gonna open these and put them on a tray. I think that's what we'll do. We'll open them. I might need the scissors after all. I don't know where the opening thing is. I'm just going to cut an opening. Okay, so this is E. And I'm just going to, I probably shouldn't have put them all in there. I don't know. I can pour some into the container, I guess. There's one that jumped away. I feel like it's too many on the tray. I don't know if you guys can hear my son. He's over on his computer. We have our computers and craft area and stuff like that in our basement. And it's kind of, you know, semi-finished basement, so it's not too bad. But he's got a cold a little bit, and he's over there coughing. So anyway, this is the letter E. And I think we'll put some of them in the tray, or in the bottle. I feel like that's too many in the tray to work with. See, this is what I mean about the other one doesn't really have a pour spout. This one's got a pretty good pour spout. That's maybe even still too many to work with at one time. Okay, so now we have the letter E, and I'm going to set this up above. I know that's one of the ones I'm working on. I got that up there, and then I'm going to need an M, so I guess I am going to label them right now. That's okay. M, and an A. Okay, so we'll set the other ones aside. And we'll open up the other ones. They're definitely easier to pour onto the trays than they are to pour into the containers. I learned that last time. It's easier to pour them onto the tray and then pour the tray into the container. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just dump them all. Get them all in there out of this container, out of the packaging. And these were the letter A's, the black ones. We are going to dump some into the container because it's just too many to work with. How does that look? Yeah, that'll do maybe. Okay, so those are A's. I'm going to put this E tray up with the E bottle so I don't lose track. Okay, now we're going to try out this tray for the first time and see what we think. Cut the top off. Get rid of that. Get all the beads out of there so we're not short any beads. Okay, so that's the letter M. I've got my M bottle. Now, we'll see how this works. Pouring them back into the bottle without really much of a spout. I feel like this could be a problem. I'm going to work with my fingers a little bit and kind of do it that way. All right, I feel like that's enough for now. All right, I think I'm going to take a knife and I am going to cut off some of the plastic on the, what they're calling a canvas, but it's really a piece of cardboard. Oops, here's a piece that jumped out. Come here, get up in that tray. Okay. All right, so how much do I want to cut off at a time? That's a good question. And I don't know how well this is going to cut, but I feel like I'm just going to do a kind of a section here and just kind of, you know, maybe a quarter of the whole board. And I'm just going to guesstimate. It's not going to be exact. I hope that's cutting through. I can see where I put my line right there. I hope I'm not cutting the cardboard though. That's the trick. I could be cutting the cardboard, but it will be a little hidden with the gems, I think. So, whatever. Okay, so let's try and peel this corner off and see if I manage to get a cut through there or if I just need to cut it with scissors. Oh, look, it did. Look, it did all right. I gotta just find the edge where I cut the seam right here. Look at that. I did pretty good. I got a pretty good square or rectangle cut out of there. All right, now if I can get it to stop sticking to me, we'll be good. Okay, so we'll put the knife aside. Okay, so now I have this, you know, kind of square section. Now, last time what I did too that helped me quite a bit is I taped at the edges so I could see where the edge of the plastic was. So it's right about here. I think that's why the tape was here to begin with, actually, because I'd forgotten I'd done that. I had that piece left over, but I need another one. So I'm getting another one here. And we're just gonna tape on the edge here too. So I can kind of see where my sticky area is, so I can work with that. All right, now we're gonna try and see how this wax or whatever they call this stuff does. I'm assuming the quality is not gonna be as good as what I used for the Diamond Art Club painting that I did recently. But we will give this stuff a shot. And I kind of noticed that I kind of have to get a couple little holes full of it because it's kind of a long hole there. It seems to be pretty good at the tip. All right, we're gonna start working on some E's. There's this one right here. I think, well, I don't want to keep running my hand right in front of where I'm working in front of the camera. So I'm gonna try and, I gotta shake these a little bit and get them in the tray, right? Let me shake them. I didn't shake them before. I just had them dumped in there and then dumped some out. So there we go. All right. I don't Oh, one jumped out. Look at that. Tried to get away. These ones, I noticed they're kind of spaced. Like you're going to see some of the board between the letters. Can you see that? Like between the gems? Like the other one I just finished. I mean, this whole area would have been covered completely, you know. So, whatever though. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's get to work on this a little bit. I'm going to hold the tray here. I'm trying to make sure this is in a spot that's not glaring, so you can see where I'm working right up in here. And they're, like, because they're not next to each other, you can't really do two at a time, I just realized, or any variety thereof. Did that get one? I feel like there's a lot of, I like to call it stickum, but wax. Maybe I had too much on the pen for the first one, and it's kind of got a lot of it around it, and my thumb is sticking on the thing. I should have wiped a little wax off. So, you know, you don't really need rows or the 3 end of my applicator. Can I just realize that now? Let's see if they slide around a little bit like they do with the other one for me. They do some, but it's kind of interesting because you can't use like the ones against it to help you get a little, you know, pressure and kind of push it against it and help you line them up. It's kind of an interesting concept of it there. I feel like maybe my hand's in the way, so it's really not glaring. No, look at that. It's gonna bring the glare back. How's that? There you go. Is that getting more light without glaring? Let's try that. See, I feel like you gotta be exacting too. It's gonna show you your flaws. I mean, so far it's sticking about the same. Like I don't feel like that's like a problem. Oh, there's an extra one on there.
Pine Mag pen. It shoots 45.
Okay, I don't feel like it's bad. Like I said, it kind of sticks. It's kind of, I mean, it's kind of weird though not to have like lined up rows. But I don't think it's necessarily like a major problem with it. Like it's just different. But what do you do with like, you know, because I assume like all along here where the stuff isn't, it's sticky too, right? Like,
Not really.
yeah, it's sticky. Is it? Is it sticky where the letters not sticky? Maybe it's not really sticky where the letters don't go. That's an interesting idea. Is it only sticky on the dots? I feel like maybe that's kind of the way it is. Okay, since this is still in the same area, there's some more E's right here. I'm just going to keep going with these over here. I know it's glaring down here, guys, and I apologize, but I'll try and keep where I'm working out of the glare. I don't know what else to do. We have fluorescent lights overhead. I have a small ring light right overhead, right by me, and they all seem to want to glare. I don't want to do that too close to the tape there, but when I saw these at the Dollar Tree, I'm like, well, that'll give me a little, you know, a trial of practicing on a small one. And like I said, so far, I don't mind it. We'll see as we work, you know, if it seems to mess up more or what. And like sometimes it's interesting. Okay, that's all the E's I'm gonna do in this working area because, yeah, those ones are too close to the tape. So, all right, so now I'm gonna go to the M's, which are in this other tray, which is interesting. I'll be trying the tray now. This will be the first time too, and I actually didn't tape off an edge in there. I kind of forgot about that. Oh,
Yeah,
one jumped
you
out.
want- Yeah, you want that.
But once again, I don't really have to get pretty rows. I just got to get ones that are, you know, right set up. So, okay, we'll keep working. On to the M's over in this top corner. Can you see where I'm working without glaring? I'm trying to make sure when I look in the camera once in a while and check it. I suppose I should try and use the pen that came with the kit too. So maybe when I get done with these M's, maybe I'll try the pen on the letter A's, the black outline of the butterfly. Okay, I'm gonna move over to here, and then we got a few down there as well. I mean, this tray's not terrible. It's the first time I've used this tray. Get off there. That's a pen problem or a me problem. Grabbing an extra one, that's not the tray's problem, so. Now these are somewhat closer together. But you still, if you don't get them, you know, if you don't get them right over the spot right, it looks a little funny because it's a different color beside the spots.
It's about the same as Tarkov.
Need some more here.
Yeah, you can buy bigger med kits and stuff. I don't know if they do more. I do like my glove.
I'm sure that you guys couldn't really see the tray that I'm working from, so might as well get a look at it since it's the one that came with it. Shake them up a little bit more. Oh, I just dumped a bunch. Ah, you better pick them up so I don't run short. There's a couple over here too. How'd that happen?
Probably.
This tray is really lightweight. I mean, that could be a problem. Like maybe that's why it's kind of easy to kind of tip them a little bit. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna finish up the M's over here that I can reach. And I almost feel like I just want to uncover the whole thing. It's not that big, and just get all the one color done. I might still do that yet. We'll see. Okay, now this is my preferred tray again. Shake them up and tip them back, and I put that tape on there so the extras can kind of go into there, and then you get some pretty good rows. But like I said, with this particular kit, you don't really need rows. But look at those nice lines. I did good there. And that helps kind of, that tape helps stop the lines, and then the extras just overflow. That's why I like it. Okay, trying to make sure I stay out of the glare. Yep, got an extra.
Yeah, I don't really care either. Whatever that you want to do.
That didn't work so well.
And you gotta invite me.
They do say that just my eyes, I have trouble seeing the darker colors like the black like this. Like I can't even tell exactly where they are in the tray sometimes. And that's maybe partly because I have a bright light shining in my eyes. But that could be a problem, I suppose. Okay, that's right. I was going to test out the little dorky pen that came, I mean this nice wonderful pen that came with it. Now it only has one end. There's no second end to it or anything like that. But let me get some of the stuff on it. the wax, the silicone gel, whatever you want to call it. And is it enough to just do one poke with it? Let's give it a try. Now, of course, it's got a skinnier handle. And if you have old hands like me, the bigger handle is sometimes better, but I don't know. I mean, it's working okay so far. And I feel like the tip is shorter, so it doesn't take as much wax. Like I did okay with just doing one grab of the wax. Alright, I'm gonna go back down this way. I mean, really, you can do them any direction you want, I guess, but I mean, I could have kept going, but whatever. I'm gonna go back up there because I feel like it. And since I'm doing it, I get to pick. Now there's like a letter K right through there and those dark blues. I mean, I'm already having a hard time seeing them and I'm not even doing that color. But I mean, we'll get by. I mean, it's just my eyes, I think, more than anything. See it? There we go. Maybe if we move it over here a little bit. There. Now it's not so glary. It's right here that wants to glare. Okay, we'll try it here. Alright, I'm having trouble grabbing some of the gems now. Maybe if I just turn the tray around and get them on the side that I'm working on. That might work. I mean, really, I don't notice a lot of difference between the two pens, except now this one's suddenly not grabbing very well, but it probably needs more wax, so we'll give it a little bit more wax. Alright, sometimes I like to check it and make sure it's not too much on there, or it ends up leaving wax all over your piece. I've kind of figured that out, your gems.
Oh, there's people on me. Did you hear me? Right here in this building.
I can hear my son. He's talking to a friend of his, and they're playing some kind of shooting game, I can tell. It's kind of funny, but I hope you guys can't hear him too much over what I'm doing. Sounds like they're fighting some other people or something. It's kind of humorous, actually, to sit here and listen to him talking to when you can't hear anybody else talking. He's got his headset on. I'm looking at the diamond right here, and I feel like it's upside down. The way it's sitting there. I'm just going to take that one off and do another one. Like I was seeing the flat side of it instead of like the angles on it. It did fix it though.
Could be. I know I heard something.
I could tell a funny story about when my son was little.
You can use that on
When he was probably I don't know, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. He was actually pretty talkative. And I remember one time we were driving, pretty sure we were going to the daycare. Like I was dropping him off at the daycare. But it could have been a summer, so he could have been a little older, like when he wasn't in school. But I kind of think he was preschool age. And we would always, when we're driving around, say things like, you know, oh, look over there, see that car, or see this, that, whatever, you know. And I'd say like, oh, look at that, you saw that one, that's good, you have sharp eyes. You know, that he could see those things, you know, so that's what I would tell him, he had sharp eyes. So then one time we were driving around, and I feel like I'm not picking up stuff, I gotta use the wax. We were driving around, and I think we were going to the daycare, like I said, and he pointed something out, and he said, Mom, look over there, see whatever it was, I don't remember. You know, he's always been like into different cars and stuff like that. He could name cars even when he was pretty young. And I said, ooh, that was a good spot in that or something. And he goes, yeah, because I have pointy eyes. Anyway, that's one of the stories I put in his baby book because it was funny. Just keep working on the outline here of the butterfly. I mean, it looked like a pretty picture. I actually picked up several of them because I was like, well, they'll be fun and easy to try. Of these little, you know, the little diamond store? Yeah, dollar store diamond art things. Where did I leave off? Right there. So there's a lot of this color on this section.
Sounds like it's over here.
Uh-oh. I made it jump out. Throw that one back in the tray, and that one back in the tray.
No.
And sometimes it picks them up upside down, and I don't know, partly because of the dark color of the gem, I think.
Got a bioscanner. Pretty big. 3 by something. Definitely squares.
Oh, that didn't work so well. Now I got a mess. There's one. There's one. No, I've seen some people use tweezers, but I have halfway decent nails, so that one doesn't want to come up though. Maybe I should just slide it over to an A. There.
There might be a third.
That worked.
Yeah. No, I'm right here. I kind of laid one of them out.
Alright, so I'm gonna keep going and get done with these A's, I think, before the end of the video, and then we'll probably stop the video and do some more in the next video, I guess. I don't know. When I did my previous diamond art, if you guys haven't seen it, the Diamond Art Club Lenten Rose I just recently finished up. It was 22 videos, because I would only do like about 20-30 minutes at a time.
Oh no, I killed this one.
That one's a little off center. Let's fix that.
Oh, sick. Right now. He's got more ammo for me. He's got stuff on him. Oh, shoot. I think that. Oh, no. Headset's not much better.
I'm sorry about the shh, shh. noise? It's my arm running over the table and stuff. I apologize. I don't know what to do about it. I tried to lift up my arm and it's uncomfortable. My arm gets more tired. So I just keep doing the sliding thing.
Yeah.
No, I do have like a kind of a foam packing
It's better in this game.
paper on the table underneath the brown board I'm using.
We got guys?
So that might, I think it's partly that the white sheet that's on there. You guys see what I'm working on okay?
Mage.
I could move this down here maybe. There we go. You know, I think I grabbed one and then it's not on there. It's upside down. Get off. Well, I think for the comfort of my hand, I'm gonna go back to my real pen. I bought this one on Amazon. I don't remember how much it was. I just knew that I needed a comfortable pen to do with it, and I knew that kind of cheapy ones came in the kits of all kinds. Is that one right set up? Yeah, I think so. So I wanted a better pen even when I was first starting out. Yeah, I realize there's no way to use the 3 end. Like, everything's separated out. So it has to be 1 by 1. So I almost feel like it's not, even though it's a small design, it's really not any faster doing this smaller one than it was to do the big one almost. I mean, yes, the big one took me lots of videos, but I mean, and the one I did was not a big one. It was literally like, I don't know, 12 by 14 or something. I'm just guessing at the size, but trying to give you some more right side up ones. Okay, I think that's the last one there. Let's go back up here. Almost done with the A's here in this section that I cut out.
Oh, he does have an expensive old action.
All right, I'm gonna do one more right there. And then I think that'll do it for now. So, okay, let's take a look at what we got here. A little close up and without the glare.
Okay.
So we did a couple shades of pink up in this section. And the black outline of that wing. And it's pretty. I mean, you know, for Dollar Tree, I feel like this isn't awful. Yes, it's cardboard instead of fabric. you know, you can see the cardboard on the other side. If I flip it over, everything's gonna fall. So, I mean, it's just a thin piece of, you know, cardboard with the colors and the sticky on it. So, yeah, I mean, as far as rating it, I mean, I'm not gonna give it a exact numerical rating or anything like that, but I feel like it's not bad for Dollar Tree. You know, gives you something to do in a small space, and I guess that's pretty cool. So anyway, we're gonna call that a video, and I just want to thank you all for watching this kind of review, and thanks for watching the Laughingstock channel, guys. I will continue on another video. I'll keep working on it, but thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.